Namaskar, I am Smita Mandal. This is our second lecture of periodic table. So we will start starter class. So we have learned about the atomic radius, and we have learned that the internuclear distance of two nearest atom, the half of the distance, is called atomic radius. Ionic radius, whenever an atom form an ion, and ion they attach with another oppositely charged ion with the electrostatic force of attraction or ionic bond, then the half of the internuclear distance of two ion is called ionic radius. Okay, in the covalent radius, when the, as you can see in the picture, this is the covalent radius. When two atom combine to form a molecule and they attach with the covalent bond, they overlap like this. Okay, and the covalent radii is the half of the internuclear distance. So you can easily say, you can easily see that the internuclear distance of the atom decreases when they overlap each other as compared to the ionic bond. They attach to each other, they are just near to each other, but in this case they overlap each other. Okay, and one more thing, you know that whenever an atom release one electron or lose one electron, it will form cation, and whenever an atom gain one electron, it will form anion. And anion has negative charge, cation has positive charge. You know that. Okay. So, do you know there is some difference between the size of cation and anion as compared to the parent atom? Arshia, you are here with the two names. Tell me why. अर्शिया के दो नंबर यहाँ पर शो हो रहे हैं. अर्शिया,
Ma'am, I don't know. I've only logged in with one number only.
okay. So the second one I'll expel that number ना, मैं हटा रही हूँ उसको, अब वो जो भी हो. ठीक है. Okay, so there is a difference between the size of cation and the parent atom, anion and the parent atom. What is the difference between the size? Whenever an atom release one electron, okay, so we know that atom has same number of electron and same number of proton. Okay, and when an atom release one electron, in that case the positive charge increasing and negative charge decreasing. Okay, the total positive charge is as it is same, and the negative charge, it will decreases by 1. So overall we can say that the positive charge increases, negative charge decreases, and the nucleus attraction, which is nucleus attraction, will increase. Okay, if the nucleus attraction increase, then the nucleus pull the last outermost shell toward the nucleus. If the nucleus pull the last outermost shell toward the nucleus, then the atom will shrink. And if the atom will shrink, the size will decreases. Okay, so the size of lithium and size of lithium cation, as you can see in the picture, the size is already visible. The lithium, when release one electron and form lithium cation, the size decreases, and lithium cation is smaller than lithium parent atom, same as beryllium. But you can see the difference when lithium and beryllium both have almost the same size, not much difference. But when the lithium form lithium plus ion and beryllium form beryllium 2 plus ion, the size of beryllium 2 plus ion is very less than the Li plus. ठीक है, what is the reason? The reason is beryllium consists two positive charge, means it release two electron. Okay, so when the beryllium loses one electron, the size decreases. Again it loses one more electron, the size decreases more than the previous one. So overall the Be2 plus is smaller than the Li plus. So if they will ask a question that arrange the ions in the increasing order of their ionic radii, or on the basis of their size, are you able to arrange them? Suppose I have given you lithium, beryllium, boron. मैंने आपको 3 चीजें दी है, लिथियम, बेरिलियम, बोरोन, या लिथियम और बेरिलियम. तो आई थिंक यू नो नाउ कि विच इज लार्जर, लिथियम और बेरिलियम, बिकॉज वी हैव यस्टरडे डिस्कस्ड लेफ्ट टू राइट. yesterday what we have discussed that left to right radius increases. हमने कल ये डिस्कस किया था कि लेफ्ट टू राइट रेडियस जो है फॉर ऑफ element of atom increases when we move left to right in a period. Means the size of beryllium, मैंने कुछ गलत बोला, the left to right the radius decreases because the number of shells are constant, number of electrons and number of protons are increases, the nucleus attraction increases, that's why left to right size decreases. So we know that beryllium has less size, smaller than the lithium. हमें ये पता है मैग्नीशियम इज स्मॉलर देन द सोडियम. ओके, वी नो दैट कि आपका कौन सा एलिमेंट जो है किससे छोटा होता है. तो नाउ यू कैन कंपेयर दैट मैग्नीशियम इज स्मॉलर देन सोडियम, कैल्शियम इज स्मॉलर देन पोटेशियम, स्ट्रोंशियम इज स्मॉलर देन रुबीडियम, बी इज स्मॉलर देन सीजियम. Okay, we know that boron is smaller than beryllium, fluorine is smaller than oxygen, oxygen is smaller than sodium. So we know that. Okay, so we know that beryllium is smaller than lithium, and cation is also smaller than the parent atom. So Be plus 1 is smaller than Li plus 1. So the Be plus 2 is smaller, very very smaller than the Li plus 1. So I think you can arrange them. Now same as in case of anion, when a parent atom loses one electron, gain one electron, when an atom gain one electron, it gain negative charge. In that case, negative charge increases and positive charge decreases. Actually positive charge remain constant. Due to presence of one electron, the negative charge increases. जो भी आपका negative charge है वो आपका increase हो रहा है. So in that case, the electron feels more repulsion. The electron feel screening effect or shielding effect, that is called electronic repulsion. So due to this screening effect, due to this repulsion, due to this shielding effect, what will happen? The size of atom increases and the size of anion increases than the parent atom. That's why the F negative is become larger than the parent atom F. As you can see in the picture, the size of F negative is larger than the F atom. Same as the chlorine negative ion has larger size than the chlorine atom. If we talk about the oxygen, oxygen gains 2 electron, and after gaining of electron, it will gain negative 2 charge. What is the charge of oxygen? It is 2 negative. Okay, so I think now you are able to tell me that oxygen 2 negative means oxide ion is larger, or F negative fluoride ion is larger. You know fluorine comes after the oxygen. Fluorine का size oxygen से कम होता है. Already you know that fluorine बाद में आता है. And the F negative is also smaller than the O नेगेटिव. अब हम बात करें O2 नेगेटिव, तो O2 नेगेटिव से F नेगेटिव छोटा होगा या बड़ा होगा? सिंपल सी बात है, स्मॉल होगा. So if I will give few example to you, for example I have given you same period element, एक ही period के मैंने आपको सारे element दे दिए, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, and I'll give the ions of that: Li plus, Be2 plus, B boron 3 plus, oxygen 2 negative, fluorine 2 negative. Now are you able to arrange them in the increasing order of their ionic radii or their size? Are you able to arrange them in the increasing order of radius? Can you please reply in the chat box? Are you able to give the answer? आप दे सकते हो कौन larger होगा, कौन smaller होगा? Okay, tell me, Al3 plus is larger or Na plus is larger? Na plus is larger or Al3 plus is larger? Write in the chat box. Na plus is larger, Al3
A
plus is
plus.
smaller. Yes. And Na, so N negative 3 is larger or O negative 2 is larger? Nitrogen negative 3 charge, oxygen negative 2 charge, which is larger? Nitrogen is larger. Okay, one more very important thing is they all have same number of electron in the outermost shell. Have you ever observed that after losing one electron, the electronic configuration of lithium become 2, and after losing of 2 electron, the beryllium also gain 2 electron in the outermost shell. They both attend the inert gas configuration. Okay, so they both have same number of electron in the outermost shell, and these type of species are called isoelectronic species that we have already learned in the chapter 2. So when so now you can understand whenever an atom release or gain electron, the size will change, and if we compare the size of ions with the parent atom, it will definitely change. Now coming to the ionic radii, as you can see in this picture you can see that cation and anion are attached with the ionic bond. And what is the ionic radii? Again, the half of the internuclear distance between the ions. Okay, so internuclear distance kaise hogi? R radius of cation plus radius of anion. Now we have discussed yesterday about the van der Waal radius also. So as you can see in the picture, the last this one is van der Waal radius. So in this case, we have taken inert gas. We know that inert gas is a monoatomic molecule. Okay, monoatomic molecule means molecule has only one atom. Okay, so how will you calculate the radius? What is the van der Waal radius? Van der Waal radius is the distance, nearest जो distance होती है ना, the nearest distance of internucleus of two molecule, atom of two molecule, the half of the internuclear distance, that is called van der Waal radius. ये है van der Waal bond length या van der Waal length, the half of the distance of nucleus of atom of inert gas molecule or any molecule is called van der Waal radius. तो जो मॉलिक्यूल है वो तो फ्रीली मूव कर रहे हैं, तो उनके बीच का डिस्टेंस भी ज़्यादा होगा. सो द डिस्टेंस इज हाई, सो द van der Waal radius is also high. So in this picture we have taken another molecule. This is the oxygen molecule. We know oxygen molecule is O2. So oxygen molecule has covalent bond and the molecule attached with the overlapping like this. यहाँ पर overlapping हो रही. This is oxygen 1 molecule, this is oxygen 2 molecule. So half of this difference is called covalent radius. But now this is a molecule and this is a molecule. So if we talk about the internuclear distance of atoms of molecule, ये van der Waal distance है, इसका हाफ जो होगा that is called van der Waal radii. तो as you can see in the picture, the van der Waal radius for the oxygen molecule is larger than the covalent radius, same for the oxygen molecule. Okay, now coming to the atomic radius again, left to right the radius decreases and up to down the radius increases because the number of shells are increasing in the periodic table. Group में radius बढ़ता है. Okay, this is the general trend. But if we talk about the boron family, boron family में कितने member होते हैं आपको पता है? आप जानते हो? How many members are present? Boron, carbon, sorry, boron, aluminium, gallium, indium, thallium. Okay, this is the periodic table. Okay, so boron, aluminium, gallium, indium, thallium are the member of boron family. So according to the general trend, what will happen when we move up to down in a group? Due to increase in number of shell, the size will increase. So the size of gallium should be more than the size of aluminium. according to the general trend, but this is the exception. The size of gallium is almost equal to the size of aluminium, or we can say that the size of gallium is little less than the size of aluminium. Same as if we move downward, then according to the general trend, the size of indium is less than the size of थेलियम. थेलियम का साइज ज़्यादा होना चाहिए, इंडियम का साइज कम होना चाहिए. But again it is an exception. The size of thallium and indiums are again same. So when we move up to down in the fifth this 13 group, अगर हम up to down move करते हैं तो क्या होता है? There is very less difference in the size. There is very less difference in the size. What are the reason? The reason is presence of d electron and f electron. We know that the electronic configuration of any element, and we are now able to write the electronic configuration of any element. So when we write the electronic configuration of aluminium, in that case the configuration is 1s2 2s2 2p6 3s2 3p1. ओके, और जब हम गैलियम की राइट करते हैं तो 1s2 2s2, लास्ट आउटर मोस्ट कॉन्फ़िगरेशन में बता रही हूँ, इट इज़ 3d10 and 4s2 4p1. The electronic configuration is 3d10 4s2 4p1. Okay, so in this case boron and aluminum there is no d electron, but in this case there is 10 d electron in the gallium. Same as when we will write the electronic configuration of thallium, the configuration is n minus 2 f14, n minus 1 d10, ns2 and np1 electron. And what is the n? N is the 6. n is the पीरियड नंबर, जो भी इसका पीरियड नंबर है. 6th पीरियड में थेलियम आता है तो उसका आ जाएगा 4f14 3d10 and 4f14 5d10 6s2 6p1 electronic configuration. Now what is happening after adding this 10d electron? Actually the shape of d orbital, you have seen the shape of d orbital is very complicated, and the shape of f orbital is also very complicated. So due to the complicated shape of d and f orbital, the electronic repulsion between the electron, the shielding effect or the screening effect is very less. Okay, and we know that when we move up to down in a group, if the number of electrons are increasing, number of protons are increasing. Okay, means number of protons are increasing means nucleus attraction is increasing. Okay, so nucleus attraction is continuously increasing, but with the nucleus attraction the screening effect is also increasing. Effect is also increasing. So overall the effective nuclear charge, the Z effective, is not increasing much enough, जितना भी हमें चाहिए वैसा. तो जब हम बात करते हैं गैलियम की, तो यहाँ पर स्क्रीनिंग इफेक्ट इज वेरी पुअर. द स्क्रीनिंग इफेक्ट इज वेरी पुअर इन केस ऑफ डी इलेक्ट्रॉन्स. स्क्रीनिंग इफेक्ट क्या होती है? बहुत कम होती है. स्क्रीनिंग इफेक्ट हमने लास्ट क्लास में भी डिस्कस किया था, चैप्टर 2 में भी वी हैव डिस्कस्ड शगुन. द स्क्रीनिंग इफेक्ट इज द इलेक्ट्रॉनिक रिपल्शन. ओके, we know that the electron have same charge, negative charge. So when the electrons are present in the shell or orbit, they repel each other, and we know that in one orbital 2 electrons are present. So if the number of electrons are high in a particular shell, in that case screening effect increases. तो लेफ्ट टू राइट यही हो रहा है. व्हेन वी मूव लेफ्ट टू राइट इन अ पीरियड, तो क्या हो रहा है? साइज डिक्रीज हो रहा है. तो मैंने कल भी समझाया था, रेडियस, वाई द रेडियस डिक्रीजेस? बिकॉज शेल्स आर कांस्टेंट. शेल जो है वो कांस्टेंट है. ओके, बट what is changing? The number of electrons are changing. The number of electrons are increasing. The number of when we move left to right in a period, the number of shells are constant, number of electrons are increasing. So number of protons are increasing, shielding effect is also increasing, but nucleus attraction is increasing more than the screening effect. तो 1 to 17 तक जाते जाते तो क्या हो रहा है, Z इफेक्टिव इंक्रीज हो रहा है. सो ड्यू टू Z इफेक्टिव साइज डिक्रीज होता जाता है. Number of protons are increasing, number of electrons are increasing, so the nucleus attraction increasing and size decreasing. But in case of 18 group, due to fully filled orbital, the size of the 18 group element, the radius of the 18 group element is more than the 17 group element, because in that case all the space are covered with the electron. Now electron feels some repulsion, सारा ऑक्यूपाई हो गया, so electron feels some repulsion, और this is called screening effect, और size जो है 18 ग्रुप का then वो बढ़ जाएगा. तो यहाँ पर भी वही चीज हो रही है. इन केस ऑफ गैलियम वी हैव 10d इलेक्ट्रॉन. हाउ मेनी इलेक्ट्रॉन present in the gallium? 10d electrons are present. So these 10d electron has poor shielding electron. Sorry, they have poor shielding. So due to poor shielding, we know that if the 10 electrons are increasing, number of protons are also increasing. If the number of protons are increasing, nucleus attractions is increasing. If the nucleus attraction increasing, तो स्क्रीनिंग इफेक्ट भी इंक्रीज हो रहा है, सब कुछ इंक्रीज हो रहा है. ओके, मैं आपको फिर समझाती हूँ. व्हेन वी move up to down in a group, number of shells are increasing, number of electrons are increasing, number of protons are increasing. But in case of gallium, there are 10d electron. So due to presence of these 10d electron, nucleus attraction is increasing, but shielding effect is not increasing. Screening effect नहीं increase हो रहा है, repulsion नहीं आ रहा है. ठीक है, because they have poor shielding effect. So अगर shielding effect कम होगा, repulsion नहीं होगा, सिर्फ और सिर्फ nucleus attraction होगा, तो एल्यूमिनियम टू गैलियम साइज जो बढ़ना चाहिए था वो 10 टाइम डिक्रीज हो जाता है. तो इफ द साइज ऑफ गैलियम डिक्रीजेस 10 टाइम, 10 बार वो डिक्रीज हो गया, तो ऑटोमेटिकली जो साइज है गैलियम का वो एल्यूमिनियम के बराबर हो गया. ठीक है, जैसे मैं ब्लैंक पेज पे आपको समझाती हूँ. वेट अ मिनट. ओके, एल्यूमिनियम गैलियम, ये हमारे पास एल्यूमिनियम है और सपोज ये गैलियम होना चाहिए था क्योंकि शेल ज़्यादा है. अब यहाँ पर गैलियम 10 टाइम आप इसको डिक्रीज करो क्योंकि 10d इलेक्ट्रॉन है और 10d प्रोटॉन्स भी है, तो 10d प्रोटॉन की वजह से साइज जो है वो डिक्रीज हो रहा है और इलेक्ट्रॉन की वजह से साइज बढ़ रहा है. तो जितना साइज बढ़ रहा है उतना डिक्रीज हो रहा है, तो साइज जो साइज है रिटेन होना चाहिए, एज इट इज होना चाहिए. बट इन केस ऑफ गैलियम क्या हो रहा है, इलेक्ट्रॉन दे हैव पुअर शील्डिंग, दे डोंट हैव एनी स्क्रीनिंग इफेक्ट. तो in that case only the positive charge nucleus attraction increasing, there is no electronic repulsion. तो साइज जितना इंक्रीज हो रहा है उतना डिक्रीज नहीं हो रहा है, तो सिर्फ साइज डिक्रीज होते चले जा रहा है, होते चले जा रहा है. 10 टाइम साइज डिक्रीज हो गया एंड द साइज ऑफ गैलियम बिकम इक्वल टू द साइज ऑफ एल्यूमिनियम. सो बोथ हैव सेम साइज. For example, indium thallium, in the thallium we have 14f electron. Again the 14f electron, f orbital have complicated structure, so 14f electron again they have poor shielding effect, screening effect is very very less. In that case again the nucleus attraction increases 14 time, nucleus attraction it is increases 14 time, 14 बार वो increase हो रहा है. तो according to the general trend, if we talk about the shell of indium and thallium, तो थेलियम का साइज होना चाहिए था ऐसे, लेकिन वो 14 टाइम डिक्रीज होके क्या हो गया, उसके बराबर हो गया, और इंडियम और थेलियम का साइज क्या हो गया, बराबर हो गया. ठीक है, तो दीज आर एक्सेप्शन. व्हाट यू विल राइट, यू विल राइट ड्यू टू प्रेजेंस ऑफ पुअर शील्डिंग इफेक्ट ऑफ 10d इलेक्ट्रॉन इन द गैलियम, ड्यू टू प्रेजेंस ऑफ पुअर शील्डिंग इफेक्ट ऑफ 10d इलेक्ट्रॉन इन द गैलियम, द साइज ऑफ गैलियम डिक्रीजेस एंड बिकम इक्वल टू द एल्यूमिनियम. एल्यूमिनियम का कोई साइज नहीं चेंज हो रहा है, साइज कौन चेंज कर रहा है, गैलियम. same as due to presence of 14f electron and poor shielding effect of the 14f electron, the size of thallium decreases and become equal to the indium. तो इस तरह से इनके साइज जो है वो एक्सेप्शन हो जाते हैं, चेंज नहीं हो पाते हैं. नाउ इफ यू हैव एनी डाउट यू कैन डिस्कस और वी कैन मूव. So we have these exception: aluminium, gallium, indium, thallium, 17 and 18 group, and silicon, germanium. Okay, silicon, germanium, actually germanium has larger size than silicon, but the size of germanium is not much large as silicon. अभी तो यहाँ पर गैलियम इज स्मॉलर देन दी एल्यूमिनियम, गैलियम का साइज थोड़ा सा कम होता है एल्यूमिनियम से. इवन हम कह सकते हैं दे बोथ साइज ऑफ एल्यूमिनियम गैलियम आर सेम, बट इन केस ऑफ सिलिकॉन जर्मेनियम, सिलिकॉन छोटा होगा, जर्मेनियम बड़ा होगा, बट द साइज दे हैव not much high difference in the size. The same reason again germanium has 10d electron. That's why when we move left to right in a period, अगर हम आगे जाते हैं, this is the 13 family and 14 family. If we talk about 15, 16, 17 family, in that case there is no any exception, because already when we move left to right size is very very less. तो अब साइज ऑलरेडी इतना कम है तो 10d इलेक्ट्रॉन भी आ गया, 14f इलेक्ट्रॉन भी आ गया, तो क्या फर्क पड़ेगा. The size is already very less, so this exception will not seen in the 15, 16, 17 group. Okay, only 13 group, aluminium, gallium, indium, thallium are exception of this. Okay, now coming to the another periodic property, we will discuss what is ionization enthalpy, what is electron gain enthalpy, what is the electronegativity later on. But what you have learned earlier in the previous class, we will discuss only that. What you have learned in the previous class, you have learned this atom non-metallic nature and metallic nature. You heard this word in the previous class, metallic nature and non-metallic nature. Okay, so what is metallic nature we know, and we know when we move left to right in a period, the metallic nature decreases. When we move left to right in a period, metallic nature decreases and non-metallic nature increases. Okay, in this picture you can see I have written this, यहाँ लिखा हुआ है metallic character. ये देखो decrease का sign means ये लेफ्ट टू राइट जाने पे मेटालिक कैरेक्टर डिक्रीज हो रहे हैं और राइट टू लेफ्ट इट इज इंक्रीजेस. सो वी आई हैव गिवन दिस साइन. ओके, एंड इफ यू डोंट नो द मेटालिक ट्रेंड, तो आपको ये तो पता ही होगा दैट बोरोन, कार्बन, नाइट्रोजन्स आर नाइट्रोजन, ऑक्सीजन, फ्लोरीन आर नॉन मेटल, बट बेरिलियम, लिथियम आर मेटल. तो आप इजीली आइडेंटिफाई कर सकते हो लेफ्ट टू राइट व्हेन वी आर मूविंग. The initial two are metal and rest are non-metal. Same as another period, you can see. So left to right, the presence of non-metal increases, overall non-metallic nature increases. Okay, one more specific character of non-metallic nature is electron gaining nature. Okay, electron gaining nature. Non-metal gains electron, metal lose electron. Metal will always lose electron. Okay, metal will always lose electron. So initially all the metal they lose electron, and after when we move left to right in a group, the non-metal they gain electron. So what we can say that left to right electron losing nature decreases, electron gaining nature increases. So we can correlate the non-metallic nature with the electron losing gaining nature. We can say left to right non-metallic nature increases, electron gaining nature increases. Left to right metallic nature decreases, electron losing nature decreases. Now tell me in the chat box when we will move up to down in a group. Well, when we will move up to down in a group, what are the changes in the metallic nature? You leave the S block, just take an example of P block. In the P block you can easily see that when we move up to down in a group, initial member are non-metal, and then metalloid will come, and then after the metal will come. Generally the lower member, यहाँ arrow को आप देखो, ये सारे metals है, these are metalloid and these are non-metal. तो up to down, if we talk about the boron family, first is non-metal, then metalloid, first is non-metal, then all are metal. In the carbon family, one first is non-metal, then two are metalloid, then metal. So overall we can say that up to down metallic nature increases. So up to down metallic nature increases means up to down electron losing nature increases. Electron losing nature increases and electron gaining nature decreases. Okay, तो now you are able to give answer of my question. अगर मैं बात करूँ, who will lose electron very easily, chlorine or bromine? Sorry, who will gain electron very easily, chlorine or bromine? Which will lose electron easily, chlorine or bromine? Sorry, gain electron. कौन जल्दी करेगा? Write in the chat box. Chlorine will gain electron very easily. So if we arrange the F block, if we arrange the halogen in the increasing order of electron gain nature, who will gain electron very easily? Fluorine will gain, then chlorine, then so on. तो इस तरह से हम compare कर सकते हैं, बता सकते हैं. Why we are discussing this? Because we are coming to that point, we are coming to the topic which is related to this electron attraction, electron gaining, losing. वहाँ पर हम आ रहे हैं. And again we come to the metallic nature. If we talk about the first period, first group, लिथियम की हम बात करते हैं. हाइड्रोजन को छोड़ दो बिकॉज हाइड्रोजन इज अ नॉन मेटल. लिथियम टू सीजियम, फ्रांसियम, लीव द फ्रांसियम बिकॉज it is a radioactive material. So the property of radioactive material is different from the other. So when we move up to down in a group, tell me what is the change in metallic character, what is the change in electron gaining nature. Electron gaining nature बढ़ रहा है, electron losing nature बढ़ रहा है. Which will increase? Metallic nature increases. We know that. Electron losing nature increases or gaining nature increases? Electron losing nature increases. Okay, so who will lose electron fast, potassium or sodium? Potassium will lose electron very fast. So K plus will form for K plus form very easily than the sodium plus ion. So this electron losing nature we will discussing again. So we have discussed metallic nature, non-metallic nature, electron gaining nature, electron losing nature. One more thing, acidic nature and basic nature. We know that initially the first group and the second group are called alkali metal, alkali earth metal. And you know that alkali means base, alkaline means base. So alkali metal are basic in nature, alkali earth metal are basic in nature. And you know that they lose electron. Okay, so you tell me, if we talk about the basic nature, when we move up to left to right in a group, basic nature increases or not? Acidic nature increases or basic nature increases? बाद में हमने कहीं भी basic word use नहीं किया है, और मैं आपको बता देती हूँ that Na2O is a basic oxide but CO2 is an acidic oxide. So when we move left to right in a group, acidic nature increases. Okay, when we move left to right in a group, acidic nature increases, basic nature decreases. This is clear? Same as Manisha, you want to say anything? When we move, same as when we move up to down in a group, now tell me, basic nature increases or acidic nature increases? When we move up to down in a group, I think basic nature increases. Shivangi, Sonal, Shagun are right, correct, very correct. So we have discussed this. Okay, now coming to the next periodic property, that is ionization enthalpy. Now what do you mean by ionization enthalpy? That we learn.
Excuse
Just
me, ma'am.
हाँ बोलो बेटा.
Ma'am, when we move from left to right in a period, can we say that first of all, there are the nature is basic, then in the middle it is neutral, and then it is acidic?
हाँ, we can say that it is initially basic, then neutral or amphoteric, then it is acidic. Okay, For example, Al2O3 is an amphoteric oxide. You have learned in the previous class, class 10th. आपने ये नाम सुना होगा, एम्फोटेरिक, बेसिक ऑक्साइड एंड एसिडिक ऑक्साइड. और वहाँ एल्यूमिनियम इज अ मेटल बट इट कम्स बिटवीन द इनिशियल फर्स्ट सेकेंड ग्रुप एंड 13 ग्रुप में ही आता है. तो ये मेटल नॉन मेटल के बीच में आता है. बेसिक मेटल और नॉन मेटल के बीच में ये मेटल्स आती है. तो Al2O3 इज अ न्यू एम्फोटेरिक ऑक्साइड. What do you mean by amphoteric? Do you know this word amphoteric means? Amphoteric means, देखो, basic react with the acid, acidic with react with the base, but amphoteric they can react with the acid and base both. Okay, the Na2O can react with the any acid and CO2 can react with the any base, but the aluminum oxide Al2O3 amphoteric oxide can react with the acid and base both. And one more category, that is neutral oxide. So neutral oxide, they will not react with anything. Carbon monoxide is a oxide of non-metal but it is a neutral oxide. We will discuss about this oxide later on in the chapter 4 and after this. Okay. So coming to the ionization enthalpy, just we have learned that up to down electron losing nature increases, but left to right electron gaining nature increases. So what is ionization enthalpy? If you are able to see this PPT, this is written, the energy required, देखो यहाँ लिखा हुआ है, the read the third line. It is represented the energy required to remove an electron from an isolated gaseous atom in its ground state. Okay, we'll release one electron. We have taken X any element and after losing of electron it gain X positive charge, and to remove this electron we need some energy. हमें क्या चाहिए? कुछ energy चाहिए. So energy required to release one electron from the isolated gaseous system is called ionization enthalpy. Now आप ये सोच रहे होंगे, we can say that energy required to release one electron from the atom. Why we are using this isolated gaseous atom? Initially आपके पास you are surrounded with so many element and compound of that element. Okay, so element in the solid state, they will not release electron, they will not lose electron. First of all, we need to convert them into gaseous atom. Okay, and if the atom are present in the form of molecule like O2, N2, तो वहाँ पर we need to convert that molecule into atom. तो first we convert the molecule into gaseous form, then the gas will convert into monoatomic gaseous form, or we can say we break the molecule into atom, then only we can release one electron. Because if we providing the energy is used to convert one state to another state. हमने एनर्जी देना शुरू किया तो सॉलिड लिक्विड में कन्वर्ट हो रहा है, लिक्विड गैस में कन्वर्ट हो रहा है, इलेक्ट्रॉन लूज नहीं हो रहा है. ओके, बट और हमने और एनर्जी दिया तो मॉलिक्यूल एटम में टूट गया, इलेक्ट्रॉन रिलीज नहीं. इलेक्ट्रॉन कब रिलीज होगा? जब वो एटम में कन्वर्ट हो जाएगा. तो द प्रॉपर डेफिनेशन ऑफ आयोनाइजेशन एंथैल्पी इज एनर्जी रिक्वायर्ड टू रिमूव वन इलेक्ट्रॉन फ्रॉम अ आइसोलेटेड गैसियस एटम. नाउ यू टेल मी, इफ वी टॉक अबाउट द periodic table, what we have discussed, just we have discussed that in the periodic table left to right the इलेक्ट्रॉन गेनिंग नेचर इंक्रीजेस, अप टू डाउन इलेक्ट्रॉन लूजिंग नेचर इंक्रीजेस. तो अगर मैं बात करूं नीचे वाले एलिमेंट की, इफ वी टॉक अबाउट द लोअर एलिमेंट cesium and sodium. So cesium has tendency to lose electron easily as compared to the sodium, just we have discussed. So in which case we need more energy to lose electron. सोडियम और cesium के केस में किसमें हमें ज़्यादा एनर्जी चाहिए इलेक्ट्रॉन रिलीज करने के लिए, है ना? In which case we need more energy. In sodium we need more energy, not cesium, है ना? The sodium has smaller size and the electrons are attracted, the outermost electrons are attracted with the nucleus with very high force. But in case of cesium, the size is large and the outermost electron, it feels less electron एज कंपेयर टू द सोडियम. सोडियम का साइज छोटा है, यहाँ जो इलेक्ट्रॉन है न्यूक्लियस उसकी डिस्टेंस कम है, यहाँ डिस्टेंस ज़्यादा है. Okay, so if we talk about the ionization enthalpy, in case of sodium we need more energy than the cesium. Okay, and lithium it need more energy than the sodium. So what we can say, we can say that ionization enthalpy decreases down the group. हमें कम एनर्जी चाहिए ना, तो आयोनाइजेशन एनर्जी decreases down the group. Now coming to the left to right, left to right क्या होगा? We know that left to right the electron gaining nature increases, electron losing nature decreases. So I think when we move left to right, if we want to release electron, we need more ionization energy. So if we talk about the carbon and nitrogen, which has more ionization energy? Obviously nitrogen has more ionization energy than carbon. If we talk about boron and carbon, which has more ionization energy? कार्बन. वी नीड मोर एनर्जी फॉर द कार्बन. ठीक है, ये क्लियर हो गया. सेम एज ऑक्सीजन, फ्लोरीन, we need more energy to release electron from the fluorine. Even we can't release electron from the fluorine. फ्लोरीन से इलेक्ट्रॉन निकालना पॉसिबल ही नहीं है. ठीक है, पता नहीं क्या बन जाएगा. यू नो ना, हीलियम, हीलियम से इलेक्ट्रॉन निकालना, नियॉन से इलेक्ट्रॉन निकालना और मुश्किल है. हैव यू हर्ड अबाउट दैट अल्फा पार्टिकल? मैंने बोला था ना, अल्फा पार्टिकल इज हाईली एनर्जेटिक हीलियम न्यूक्लियस. हीलियम इज वेरी वेरी स्टेबल. तो हीलियम में से इलेक्ट्रॉन निकालने का मतलब हाईली एनर्जेटिक सब्सटेंस क्या बना दिया था? अल्फा पार्टिकल. तो वही फ्लोरीन वगैरह से अगर इलेक्ट्रॉन निकालोगे तो पता नहीं क्या बन जाएगा. So this is the general trend. Left to right IE increases और up to down IE decreases. IE is known as IP also. इसको हम ionization potential भी बोल सकते हैं. Okay, if we releasing one electron only, it is called IP1. If we release two electron, इसको बोलेंगे IP2. 3 electron if we releasing, it is called IP3. और अगर हम IP1, IP2, IP3 नहीं ले रहे तो we overall said it is IP, ionization enthalpy. Okay, so this is the general trend, but we have so many exception again in the ionization. So you just think about it and tell me what are the exception. Any one of exception you can observe in the periodic table. कौन हो सकता है? assume करो, guess करो, कौन exception हो सकता है ionization enthalpy का? चलो मैं ये बता देती हूँ आपको. एक्चुअली आपके दिमाग में एक क्वेश्चन आ रहा होगा इनर्ट गैस कि इनर्ट गैस हमेशा दे आर ऑलवेज एन एक्सेप्शन बिकॉज दे हैव completely filled outermost shell. So inert gas, they have completely filled outermost shell. So automatically when we move left to right in a period, fluorine to neon ionization enthalpy already increases. And for the neon, अगर हम बात करें, they have high completely filled outermost shell, so they have high IP. तो ओवरऑल जनरल ट्रेंड में कोई चेंज नहीं होगा, जनरल ट्रेंड एज इट इज रहेगा. बट we have another few example, like we have learned just fluorine has high IP than oxygen, nitrogen has high IP than carbon. बट हमने ये डिस्कस नहीं किया कि ऑक्सीजन और नाइट्रोजन में आईपी किसका ज़्यादा होना चाहिए. So initially अगर we talk about the first ionization enthalpy, तो according to the general trend what we can observe that oxygen has high IP than sodium, but nitrogen, but the nitrogen has high IP than oxygen, not oxygen has high IP. So we need to understand why is it so. One more exception we can take. According to the general trend, what we can observe that boron and beryllium, the boron should have high IP than beryllium. बोरोन का IP ज़्यादा होना चाहिए बेरिलियम से, बट बेरिलियम का IP जो है वो ज़्यादा होता है बोरोन से. बेरिलियम हैज़ हाई IP. फर्स्ट IP we are talking about, and in this case we are talking about the first IP. Okay, the nitrogen oxygen. Same as if we talk about the phosphorus and sulfur, the IP of phosphorus is little more than the sulfur. So we have 1 2 3 exception. Okay, now what is the reason behind that, why the nitrogen has high IP than oxygen? uh, as you can see in this picture, some electronic configuration, outermost electronic configurations are written here. It is written P3, nitrogen के ऊपर लिखा हुआ P3. In case of oxygen it is written P4. Okay, and how many electron will come in the P, how many maximum electron will come in the P? It is 6. So P6 is a fully filled configuration and P3 is half filled configuration. P3 is half filled and P6 is fully filled. And we have learned in the previous class, yes, I am talking about the orbit. Okay ना, fully filled और p orbit जो है उसमें 6 electrons आ सकते हैं और p3 is half filled orbit. ठीक है, अब हम ऑर्बिट और ऑर्बिटल दोनों वर्ड यूज करेंगे बिकॉज अब वो कॉमन चीज हो गई, ऑर्बिटल ऑर्बिट. ओके, सो in case of nitrogen it is P3, in case of oxygen it is P4. Okay, so half filled is more stable than incomplete orbital. So P3 orbit configuration, the P3 configuration, half filled configuration is more stable than incomplete configuration. So we can explain that due to presence of half filled P3 orbital configuration, nitrogen has more ionization enthalpy than oxygen. Because reason is, we have learned in the previous class that half filled configuration is more symmetric. Half filled configuration of any orbit is more symmetric than the incomplete. So if the orbit is more symmetric, automatically the stability increases. So if we want to release one electron from the more stable to less stable, हम ऑक्सीजन से कंपेयर में लेस सिमेट्रिक ऑक्सीजन से कंपेयर करें नाइट्रोजन को, विच इज मोर सिमेट्रिक. इफ वांट टू रिलीज वन इलेक्ट्रॉन फ्रॉम देयर, सो वी नीड मोर एनर्जी. Okay, and if we need more energy to release electron, automatically the ionization enthalpy increases. Same as in case of phosphorus and sulfur. In case of phosphorus and sulfur, phosphorus has P3 configuration, sulfur has P4 configuration, half filled configuration is more stable, so it will also use in here. But in case of arsenic, now down the group size is larger enough, so they have different nature, so we'll compare only these two. Now I have, time is over, I'll take only 5 minutes to complete this exception. Beryllium and boron. In case of beryllium, we'll write the configuration, that is 1s2 2s2, and the configuration of boron is 1s2 2s2 2p1. Okay, so in this case beryllium, the size of boron is smaller than the beryllium, but if we write the electronic configuration, initially हमने क्या सीखा था, 288. हमने ऐसे सीखा था ना configuration 288, means the second shell has s orbital and p orbital. Beryllium में s2 orbital and p0 configuration. In case of beryllium it is s2 p0, but in case of boron it is s2 p1. In case of boron it is s2 p1, in case of beryllium it is s2 p0. Okay, so the nucleus attract s orbital more force, with the more force as compared to the p. Okay, this s orbital is more penetrated as compared to the p orbital. Penetrated means the s orbital is more closer to the nucleus as compared to the p. अब आप साइज की बात करोगे तो साइज जो है बेरिलियम बोरोन का ऑलमोस्ट बराबर ही होता है, लेकिन फिर भी अगर हम बात करें न्यूक्लियस का अट्रैक्शन इलेक्ट्रॉन के टुवर्ड जो है वो इसके इलेक्ट्रॉन के टुवर्ड ज्यादा होता है पी के इलेक्ट्रॉन के टुवर्ड कंपेयर में. So the boron, the first IP, the boron can release one electron. One more reason is this there. After losing one electron, the boron can गेन इनर्ट गैस कॉन्फ़िगरेशन, बट एक इलेक्ट्रॉन देने के बाद में बेरिलियम का तो इनर्ट गैस कॉन्फ़िगरेशन नहीं आ रहा है ना, उसको तो 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन देने ही पड़ेंगे। तो यहाँ पर जैसे एक इलेक्ट्रॉन दिया, बोरोन गेन द इलेक्ट्रॉन इनर्ट गैस कॉन्फ़िगरेशन। तो दीज आर 2 रीजन, दैट्स व्हाई द साइज ऑफ बोरोन, the ionization first IP of boron become less than the first IP of beryllium. Okay, more penetrated effect, इसे हम penetration effect भी बोलते हैं, this is called penetration effect also. So these are the exception of ionization enthalpy. Now we will in the tomorrow's class we will discuss the electron affinity. Okay, is the exception of Be and B also applicable for calcium and gallium? No beta. In between calcium and gallium you can see there are 10 elements are present. Okay, and in the gallium D10 d electrons are present. In the calcium there is no d electron. ओके तो अगर हम यहाँ पर बात करें ना, तो यहाँ से यहाँ तक तो ये चीज फॉलो नहीं हो पाएगी। मैग्नीशियम और एल्यूमिनियम के केस में भी सेम फॉलो होगा, ठीक है, लेकिन ज्यादा फॉलो नहीं होता। बेरिलियम बोरोन के केस में ज्यादा फॉलो होता है, दोनों की आईपी ऑलमोस्ट बराबर होती है, तो वी कांट से, विल टेक ओनली एक्सेप्शन ऑफ